sekali dong.
Nah, saya tekankan lagi, bukan tugas ombudsman, tugas masing-masing pengawas internalnya.
Oke.
Kan begitu. Ombudsman adalah pengawas eksternal yang kemudian dia upaya terakhir ketika ada problem itu. Jadi tanggung jawab itu mesti kepada masing-masing pengawas internal. Nah, dalam hal ini kalau bicara pelayanan publik, garda terdepan adalah ASN. Maka Kementerian PAN dan RB yang menciptakan berbagai program supaya lebih bagus ASN kita. Tapi apakah itu jalan? Ombudsman yang melakukan pengawasan. Begitu kira-kira.
Baik, ini kita kan mau memasuki pemerintahan periode berikutnya nih.
Ya.
Persiapan-persiapan dari ombudsman yang sedang digadang-gadang apa nih Pak?
Wah, apanya yang masih dipersiapkan? Ombudsman-nya kan lembaga perintah undang-undang. Ya kan, siapapun jadi pemerintah ya tetap kita awasin. Ya, karena kita kan fungsinya menjalankan undang-undang.
Oke.
Undang-undang nomor 37 2008 tentang ombudsman itu ada di situ. Ya, kita tidak terpengaruh.
Pak Ombudsman, ada nggak yang akan ditingkatkan kira-kira ke depan untuk ya agar pelayanan publik di Indonesia seperti yang Bapak sampaikan tadi memang masih ya belum maksimal, agar lebih baik lagi?
Ya, yang paling penting ditingkat itu bagaimana ya karakter pejabat-pejabat Indonesia ini menjadi pelayan. Dia paham akan tugas-tugasnya ya. Walaupun saya katakan kita ini dari segi judul aja pegawai negeri sipil udah salah menurut saya. Seakan-akan dia yang punya negara ini. Ya, padahal yang betulnya kalau kita lihat bahasa Inggris, public servant. Ya, pelayan publik gitu loh. Jadi kalau menurut saya ke depan harus ditingkatkan bagaimana? Semua lini dari menteri sampai ke bawah.
Kan udah diganti ASN.
Kenapa? Ya, betul, itu kan undang-undang ASN, di dalamnya kan ada PNS kemudian P3K ya. Istilahnya begitu ya kan. Tapi siapapun kan tetap aja ada pejabatnya nih. Nah, menurut saya yang perlu dirubah adalah kultur pejabat ini. Bahwa
gampang
mereka adalah
mengubah kultur pejabat ini.
Kenapa?
Gampang nggak mengubah kultur?
Ya, kita tidak bicara gampang tidak gampang, tapi adalah tugas kita semua termasuk saya untuk menyadarkan itu, dan saya harus optimis. Tidak boleh pesimis gitu ya, dengan berbagai tantangannya ya. Dan dengan cara itu saya pikir akan terjadi perubahan yang besar di negara kita.
Maju terus Ombudsman Republik Indonesia.
Harus, dan tidak punya pilihan lain.
Pak Ombudsman, terima kasih banyak untuk waktunya.
Terima kasih kembali.
Sukses untuk Ombudsman dan Pak
Sama Anda
Ombudsman
juga dan teman-teman lain supaya sukses terus.
Sampai berjumpa kembali.
Terima kasih.
Pemirsa, demikian perbincangan bersama dengan Ombudsman Republik Indonesia. Ada Bapak Amsulian Rifai selaku Ketua. Kita membahas mengenai bagaimana langkah dari Ombudsman mengawal pelayanan publik Republik Indonesia. Saya Prisa pamit undur diri. Sampai jumpa kembali.
stated that 2021 will be the recovery year for Indonesia if only all stakeholders can maintain good collaboration. Sampurna Agro is targeting production's growth in 2021 around 10 up to 20%. Well, hello, good afternoon viewers in Indonesia and Singapore. Market Headlines is ready to provide you a number of informations from business, economic, and capital market sectors. With me, Clara Antawijaya, and this is Market Headlines. And as viewers, not only the government, but the Indonesian Chamber of Commerce is also optimistic about better economic growth in the upcoming year. The associations assessed that in 2021 will be the recovery year for all Indonesia if only all stakeholders can maintain good collaboration.
COVID-19 pandemic has increased many challenges for Indonesia's business sector. Most of business players have to suffer due to lack of demand and lead to insufficient capital, and therefore massive layoffs and furloughs also become heavy challenge as well. Deputy of Permanent Commissions for Upstream Industry and Petrochemicals of Kadin, Ahmad Wijaya, in 2020 is indeed a tough year for entrepreneurs, but he is optimistic that 2021 will be a year of recovery for the country's business sectors. However, to revive the business world, the government should keep providing social assistance so it will be able to drive purchasing power. Indonesia Chamber of Commerce also demanded society to remain alert about COVID-19 pandemic and comply to the health protocol. According to the associations, reducing COVID-19 can make a greater impact to the economic growth because less COVID-19 cases can affect business climate as well. Jakarta, Rizka Ayu for IDX Channel.
The government ensures that it will start distributing social assistance in early 2021. The social minister expects that the initial stage of social assistance distributions to be completed simultaneously in 1 week.
The government ensures that it will accelerate the target of distributing social assistance for 1 week in early 2021. Minister of Social Affairs Tri Risma Harini revealed that she is preparing a distribution mechanism to more detailed reporting to avoid any cuts or diversions of assistance. Related to this, the government is also finalizing the data on social assistance, and at this time it is almost final. Regarding the target recipients of assistance in 2021, the government allocates non-cash food assistance reaching 18.8 million beneficiaries, where each gets 200,000 rupiah per month from January to December 2021. For the Family Hope program, the target is 10 million beneficiaries, and the distribution will be carried out by state-owned banks, while cash social assistance of 300,000 rupiah is targeted to be received by 10 million beneficiaries throughout Indonesia, including from Jabodetabek, whose distribution will be carried out by Pos Indonesia, which will be given for 4 months from January to April 2021.
Mulai tanggal 4 Januari, kita berharap 1 minggu itu bisa kelar di seluruh Indonesia, tapi memang ada yang khusus seperti di Papua yang mungkin mekanismenya sangat berbeda. Nah, kami ingin menyampaikan sebagaimana tadi disampaikan oleh Bapak Menko bahwa penerima program sembako atau BPNT itu tahun ini adalah 18,8 juta penerima.
The Social Minister also reminded social assistance funds not to be used for the purchase of cigarettes. If this happens, the ministry will conduct an evaluation for 8 recipients. From Jakarta, Raharjo Patmo for IDX Channel.
Moving on to the other coverage, the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy made 3 pillars, which are the first steps to revive the tourism industry in 2021. The 3 pillars are the innovations, adaptations, collaborations between stakeholders.
To improve the performance of the tourism industry in 2021, the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy made 3 pillars of the program, which will be implemented next year. The 3 pillars are innovation, adaptation, and collaboration. Innovations are carried out to develop a better tourism industry with innovations tailored to the needs of tourism in the midst of pandemic and based on big data mapping. Tourism innovations such as outdoor, health tourism, or sport tourism. This innovation can accelerate the economic improvement of the tourism industry. The second is adaptation. Minister of Tourism and Creative Economy Sandiaga Uno admitted that adaptation of new habit needs to be done, such as health protocols and CHSE certification guidelines must be carried out by tourism businesses. CHSE certification can be done by business actors free of charge to the Ministry of Tourism.
Kita lihat bahwa memang prioritasnya adalah wisatawan Nusantara, domestik. Jadi produk-produknya juga eventnya outdoor tourism ya, seperti ini outdoor, ada sports tourism, kita bicara lari, kita bicara golf, bicara begitu banyak, sepeda, open water swimming, ini yang lagi kita kembangkan dengan MOU dengan Pak Menpora ya, Pak Menteri Pemuda dan Olahraga, dan wellness and health tourism.
The third pillar is collaboration. Collaboration between business actors and tourism stakeholders that must be built strongly to provide employment. From Jakarta, Muhammad Olga for IDX Channel.
Market Headlines will be right back with the news coverage regarding merger talks between Indosat and Tri Indonesia.
Ingin menjalani kehidupan yang mapan dan masa depan yang sejahtera? Sikapi uang dengan bijak. Mulailah berinvestasi di pasar modal. Dengan membeli saham melalui Bursa Efek maupun perusahaan sekuritas, Anda dapat menikmati hasil keuntungan dari perusahaan-perusahaan besar yang tersedia. Pastikan Anda berinvestasi di perusahaan yang memiliki izin resmi. Cerdas mengelola, masa depan sejahtera. Otoritas Jasa Keuangan, lembaga pengawas industri jasa keuangan yang terpercaya.
Wishing you joy and happiness through the holidays and straight through the year. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Ada pepatah yang berbunyi, "Do not put your eggs in one basket." Ketika Anda punya dana lebih untuk berinvestasi, pasar modal adalah pilihan yang tepat untuk Anda. Jangan takut berinvestasi di pasar modal, karena investasi Anda aman. Mekanisme penyelesaian yang efisien dan transaksi Anda terjamin. Semua karena ada KPEI.
Awalnya nggak langsung yakin, tapi setelah ikut 2 kali acara edukasi Bursa Efek, akhirnya tertarik juga.
Karena mudah, saya ajarkan ibu-ibu lain, sampai anak saya juga ikutan.
Selesai dagang, saya bawa 100.000 untuk nabung saham. Hasilnya jelas sekali.
Yuk kita nabung saham sekarang.
Welcome back to Market Headlines. Qatar's telecommunications company, Ooredoo, and Hong Kong conglomerate CK Hutchison's Holding Ltd are exploring a deal to merge their Indonesian units, which are Indosat and Tri Indonesia. And analysts assess that these merger plans can increase stock price valuations and will be a good sentiment to the market. Indosat stock rose 7.6% after the announcement, giving it a market capitalization of 30.7 trillion rupiah. The capital market analyst Lucky Purnomo stated that Indosat once hit its peak level above 6,000. And even though right now the stock price was in the range of 5,000, but still capital market analyst Lucky Purnomo predicts that the Indosat stock price will be at its resistance level of 5,850.
Indosat hari ini berhasil menguji level 5.750 atau menguat sebesar 9,52%, dan angka tersebut sebenarnya sangat dekat dengan rata-rata kinerja harga saham Indosat sepanjang 52 minggu sebelumnya di level 5.850. Untuk itu, melalui momentum ini tentu sentimen pasar cenderung positif dan Indosat masih memiliki potensial upside untuk menguji level tertingginya di level.
So, merger talks between two largest telecommunications company in Indonesia, so why not? Here it is, we can see the case that Ooredoo and Hutchison is about to deal the merger plans between Indosat and Tri Indonesia. So, better we take a look on the details on the merger plans itself. Here it is through your screen. We can see the merger plans between these two telecommunications company, which is, I find this really exciting because CK Hutchison's Holding Ltd and also Ooredoo QPSC is joining alliance with exclusive and non-legally binding MOU. And here it is. Recently, the news about the merger between Indosat and Tri Indonesia is in the air, and the controlling company, PT Indosat, which is Ooredoo QPSC from Qatar, stated that it had signed an exclusive and non-legally binding memorandum of understanding with Hutchison's Holdings Limited. And we may be wondering, how big is it, the Ooredoo's power over Indosat? So Ooredoo owns about 65% of Jakarta-listed Indosat, while in the other hand, CK Hutchison's controls 66.7% shares in Tri Indonesia through its unit Hutchison Asia Telecom. And a deal would involve a cash and stock offer. Both companies are set to become significant shareholders in combined entity. But then there is no further confirmations about that. The exact structure of any potential deal in Indonesia has been finalized, while negotiations could still be delayed or even fall apart, because representatives for CK Hutch and Ooredoo didn't immediately respond the request to command. And here it is, the interesting part. If these two telecommunications companies collide, it can beat one super telecommunications company in Indonesia, which is Telkomsel. So let's see the positioning in the next graphic. And here it is through your screen. We can see the largest mobile operator in Indonesia. We can see the first place went to Telkomsel by 171 million users. And we can see Indosat Ooredoo and XL Axiata, the number looks like, by 59 million users of Indosat Ooredoo, while 57 million users belongs to XL Axiata. And here it is, Tri Indonesia with 30.5 million users. So, based through the graphic, we can see that the Indosat is currently the second largest mobile operator. About a third of Telecom, which is 171 million users. The data from Dutch research company Statista has showed. And Hutchison's Tri Indonesia is the country's fourth largest operator with 30.5 million users. And also Axiata has close to 57 million users in the third place. And here it is, we can see that the merger talks is really influencing because Indosat share price has more than doubled up since the news about merger leaked to the press last week. And the increase prompted Indonesia's stock exchange to suspend the share trade on the Monday before allowed it to resume on Tuesday. So let's see the trade movement in the next graphic. Here it is through the next graphic. Through your screen, we can see Indosat stock movement starting from the December 11th. It was at the level of 2,670, and moving on to the December 14th, it was at the level of 3,330, and the number inclined as the time goes by in the December 18th to be at the level of 4,560. And here it is, the merger talks began, and the number of stock price went even higher by 5,500, and the last one is that before the suspension began, it was at the level of 5,600. And the shares of Indosat has risen about 90% this year, giving the company market valuations of around $2.2 billion. And the Indonesian's wireless business accounted for about 23% of the Ooredoo's total earnings before interest, tax, and also depreciations and also amortizations of 2019, making the second largest for the group after its home market. And according to its latest annual report, it counted for about 60.4 million customers at the end of September. And aside from the good performance, Indosat benefits the market response of the merger and finally pushed forward its price talks. Thank you to the sentiment, because seems like people really welcome this merger talk, right? And well, actually, merger on telecommunications companies had been existed the idea from a long time ago from the government. So here it is, government is pushing to continue to encourage consolidations between cellular operators, both in the form of mergers or even acquisitions into a telco holding company. So let's see one of the statements as a proof that government wants a merger to happen. We can see Ahmad Ramli as the Director General of Postal Service and Information Technology stated literally that in his opinion, there are too many players competing in Indonesia in terms of telecommunications company, and the government encouraged to consolidations. It's better that there are just few players, but all are strong. And even former Minister for Information and Communications and Technology, Rudiantara, stated that the telecommunications sector is not healthy and need a consolidations. During his period, he suggested that the number of ideal cellular operators in the country should be 2 or 3 operators. And it is to avoid cartel practice or business monopolies. In 2015 to 2016 period, the contributions of media and telecommunications sector to Indonesia GDP, barely 2 digits, but how about now? The contributions is only 7%. Well, in addition to Ahmad Ramli, technology on December 15, that the country's mobile operators need to invest in the network development and quality of service regularly, but that needs a strong balance sheet, and which many smaller operators lack. And we have to believe that telco industry is an industry that are capital intensive, technological intensive, and intensive labor. So we hope nothing but the best for every decisions that we'll take. If it happens, we hope that the merger will go through according to the plan. So stay with us, because market headlines will be right back after this quick break.
IDX Channel, the Indonesia Stock Exchange channel, is the authorized capital market channel in Indonesia. To give references to global investors, IDX Channel also presented the news about the dynamic of Indonesia's economy, business, and capital market in English. IDX Channel also have different types of programs. They are Special Dialogue, Market Opening, Market Review, IDX First Session Closing, IDX Second Session Closing, Market Headlines, and News Screen. IDX Channel is aired 24 hours a day with 5 hours live program from Indonesia Stock Exchange trading floor. our vision and mission as the only capital market TV channel in Indonesia that is committed to improve the capital market knowledge in the country. News that had been delivered on IDX Channel can also be seen on our digital platforms, so you can give yourself an update about informations anywhere and everywhere. IDX Channel can be watched through Vision Channel, First Media Channel, IndiHome Channel, and Vision Plus, and also live streaming on idxchannel.com. IDX Channel provides information from around the world from different perspectives. We provide you various investment strategies, stock options, inspiring figures for your business references. IDX Channel, your trustworthy economic, business, and capital market channel.
Serapan anggaran pemulihan ekonomi nasional menjadi harapan bagi Indonesia untuk cepat keluar dan bangkit dari pandemi COVID-19 dan resesi ekonomi. Bagaimana evaluasinya? Simak spesial dialog episode Natal dan Tahun Baru bersama saya Wicky Adrian, hanya di IDX Channel.
Welcome back to Market Headlines. So viewers, let's take a look at Jakarta Composite Index intraday movement. So earlier today, JCI was opened at the level of 6,052.12. And then approaching the closing time of the first session, the index was on the level of 5,989.56. And then the index was showing weakening trend by the second session closing time. The index was closed at the level of 5,976.63. And in short, JCI went down 0.99%. And next, we're going to see the sectoral movement leading the dynamics of today's trading. We got agriculture as the leader of the strengthening trend that went up 0.89%, and trade went up 0.17%, and infrastructure, the leader of the weakening trend, that went down 2.49%, and also basic industry that went down 2.02%. Moving on to the top gainers and the top losers, here are the key highlights from today's trading session. BULL went up 6.06%. ICBP went up 2.96%. We got FPNI that went up 9.7%, and we got ENRG that went up 8.4%. And meantime, for the top losers for today's trading, we got Telecom Indonesia that went down 3.22%. We got WSKT that went down 3.02%. We got PGAS that went down 4.06%, and BBKP that went down 5.74%. Next, we are going to see the intraday movement of rupiah towards US dollars. So rupiah basically opened at the level of 14,034. Rupiah was also showing strengthening trend towards US dollar and was closed at the level of 13,999. In summary, rupiah went up 0.62%. Sampurna Agro is targeting production's volume in 2021 can grow around 10 up to 20%. The high production target is based on optimum recovery predictions in 2020.
Despite palm oil production is under normal level this year, Sampurna Agro is targeting production volume in 2021 can grow around 10 up to 20%. President Director of Sampurna Agro, Budi Setiawan Halim, stated that high production target in 2021 based on optimum recovery prediction in 2020. Based on data, the company's CPO production volume until the third quarter of 2020 decreased by 20% than the same period in previous year. Meantime, to support company's target in 2021, the management has prepared capital expenditure of 400 billion up to 600 billion rupiah, which will be used majority for planting program. The company added that if double-digit production target in 2021 would be realized, the management revealed the opportunity to develop new factory in 2022, while until now, the company already has 3 factories in Kalimantan and 3 factories in Sumatra, with installed capacity at 515 tons per hour. From all sources, for IDX Channel.
Step aside from market conditions as coronavirus pandemic takes a big role on current economic situations. Here it is an update data about coronavirus globally. And the news close our market headlines today. Please enjoy our next program on IDX Channel, your trustworthy economic business and capital market channel. I'm Clara Antawijaya. Have a nice evening and stay safe.
Baik saja tidak cukup, kita harus betul-betul memahami lingkungan bisnis global yang lebih baik, plus di dalam negerinya sosiologi dan antropologi, supaya totalitas kita membantu petani secara efektif.
Kita memang ketahanan pangan, tetapi kita menuju ke kedaulatan pangan.
Ada shadow power yang mendikte pembangunan sektor pertanian bukan oleh Kementerian Pertanian.